Welcome. This is the War Talk, and this is the Bird's Eye View, and I am here with Mr. Krow. God dang, that was all
Hello,
messed up.
everybody.
All right.
I had it first in my head, like this is the Bird's Eye View. And
Yeah. That's what I was saying in my head, but my mouth says
me
something
too.
different, and then I was like, okay, all right.
Working on
So,
it. Eventually, we'll get there.
so Elon Musk is trying to get everybody to Mars, and he needs to hurry up because this planet is going to shit. Or to hell, or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we got this headline, right? And it said, would you let NASA lock you up in a fake Mars habitat for a year as part of their study? And I initially led, hell yeah, that'd be rad. And then,
That's what I thought.
and then I was like, let me read about this. And it's the 1,700 square foot, right? The mission will begin next month with 4 people entering a 1,700 square foot enclosed bubble at NASA. And then they'll live in a 3D printed habitat with 1,200 square feet Mars-like sandbox where they'll perform simulated missions, all to see what it would be like for a real crew. So,
That would be so... See,
a 1,700 square foot bubble in a 1,200 square foot building? Is that what we're doing? Or is it...
Oh, it'd have to...
Or is it a 1,700 square foot bubble with a doorway that goes out to a 1,200 square foot dirt area?
Probably. I would guess
right?
that one is actually... Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's probably the extra...
As you look at the... It is. There it is. It's a 1,200 square foot sandbox with red sand and simulated.
Yeah. And I thought...
So you're living...
And originally, like I said, I was like, hell yeah, I could do that. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, okay. Under certain circumstances, I could do that. Because I was deployed for a year to Bosnia around some people, but it wasn't that small, and it was people I already knew. And I had my own kind of space, too, even though it wasn't very big. So...
Yeah, 500 square foot or something. Yeah.
So originally I was like, yeah, I could do that. And then I thought, okay, if you stick me in a 1,700 square foot space with 3 other people that I don't know, I may be the only one coming out of this mission alive. So
I'm like, and here I was thinking, like, yeah, heck yeah, that'd be awesome, you know? But then I started thinking, man, a year is a long time to pretend and to be playing in a sandbox every day.
Like I said, I could do it if it was 3 people of my choosing to join me. I could easily do it. But I couldn't necessarily like I would have to get like win the lottery lucky with people, because it would only take one jackass to get himself hurt in Mars and never fucking make it back.
So how many? Okay, so how many people are in? There's 4.
4.
Right?
4 people. So you and 3 others. No, you and 3 others.
Curious, and this is just me because now I'm starting to think 365 days. That's a long time.
That's a long time to be with somebody you don't like right off the get-go. Can you imagine?
Well, and I'm just also wondering, is it 2 girls, 2 boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, see. And yet, again, you get to interview your people you're going to live with for a little bit. That's, is it just going to be like showing up because Karen's... Really,
that's the thing, right?
You can pick a Karen out pretty quick. And
I mean, can you imagine you get a far left winger with that whatever, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. And then you get a Karen, and then you get somebody normalish, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a long time to deal with those other 2 folks, dude. And if they're one of those people that likes to push buttons, so like you go to the other end of the building, right? And then they have to come over by you just because they know it bothers you. Oh, dude. Simulation or not, there still may only be a couple people not showing up out of this alive.
this is almost like Survivor type.
Yeah, I couldn't. Like I said, I could do it if I could pick the other 3 folks. But I don't know that I could do the random part.
I'm sure they're trying to judge this, but is that part of the testing that they're finding out too? How about we set up this person with 3 random people we don't know?
I mean, I don't think so. Like, well,
no, I mean,
yes and no, right? Because your astronaut team, you probably know them though. Because that astronaut pool's not huge, right? There's only a certain amount of them. So you probably know them, and they're probably have similar outlooks in life because they're likely pilots and military and stuff usually, right? You don't just become a pilot off the street. I mean, you don't become an astronaut off the street normally.
But I'm curious too, like, what if we have to change, what if you have to help the human race survive, and you just going to be like, sorry, I got to choose 4 people, and like after 1 month you've got somebody like you who's like, nope, you're out, Karen.
You better fucking choose wisely at this 4 people or we ain't fucking making it.
Exactly. It's like, sorry, after so many days you can only do so much.
I can do a year by myself, no problem. No problem.
I don't know if I would say no problem, but I would definitely get lonely after a little while and kind of probably start going a little insane in the middle part.
Here you go.
I think I'd pull out of it.
The participants, who include a research scientist, a structural engineer, an emergency room doctor, and a nurse, will be locked away for a full year.
Wait, what?
And will only be able to talk to the outside world via a delayed communication system.
So this is what they already do when they go out to space. I'm just kidding.
So is this like, did they already pick the 4 people, or and this is who they came up with, or did they pick 4 people out of these particular job categories?
It sounds like they've already picked the people. One of them's a scientist. One's an engineer. One's
but are these the category that they're going to pick from, or are these the already? You know what I mean? Because why wouldn't they name who they are?
I find it kind of odd though. Why a doctor and a nurse?
Because here's my thing, right? If you have to perform a surgery or something, right? You need an extra pair of hands, or you need the assistant to do the other things while you are busy doing what you're doing.
But why is? Sorry, I'm thinking this through a little weird, but can't you train someone in that, and instead of
nurses go to school for a few years, dude. So like, they're not just Joe Schmoes, right? Not everybody can just be a nurse.
No, that's what I'm thinking, though, is they have a scientist, an engineer, and a doctor. Why not somebody like possibly, I don't know, an ecologist, or what? Somebody to grow, like I'm thinking a farmer or something. So
herbologist or a geologist, either of those two. I don't know. I don't know why they picked these 4, but that's the thing is, it doesn't say who they are, so I don't know if they already picked those 4 or not.
Very interesting, though. I don't know if I could do it, though.
So the good thing is they'll have like a job, and they'll be doing stuff, and I'm sure like accidents will happen, or like they'll kind of put them through other stressful situations, and they have to figure out,
pickaxe. They're gonna have to dig in the sand, and so pickaxe could go through your foot or someone's skull as you're frustrated with them. Yeah, man. Could you imagine how
Like I said, I could do it. I could do it with 3 people I knew if I got to pick the 3 people, but I don't know if I could do it with 4 randos or 3 randos.
I think you're right too. They're being trained too, so they know each other.
It's an interesting thing though, because like NASA doesn't like to do things without testing stuff out, so they're gonna put people through this to learn some things.
I'm still curious how
I'm
we're
thinking one of
gonna
the things
get
you're gonna
them.
learn is you better have a bigger than 1,700 square foot habitat for people.
Yeah.
You
1,700. You might as
better.
well just put me in that spot for the moment.
But that's smaller than my house, dude. That's not a real big place.
Oh, I'm trying to. Okay, so let's do 1,700, and there's four of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you, I guarantee you, they're including the area where you have to come from the outside to, and I don't know how realistic, things are in the movies and stuff, but you're gonna
Be
have to come
like the
from
airlock.
the sandbox to the airlock. That's going to include some of it, but out of 1,700 square foot, that gives you 425 feet per person,
And
and
you
yet you
got
still need a kitchen. You still
bathroom.
need,
You,
a
so
bathroom.
here's the bedroom. So it looks like they may be hot cot in the bedrooms, like rotating day and night shift. No, 4 individual living quarters for the volunteer crew. So they each have their own bedroom, it looks like.
Yeah, but it looks like it's got like one of them, the one on the left, has like a little love seat, and then a twin bed maybe,
Yeah, it looks
and
like a
then a
little.
desk, and possibly some drawers, like a
Yeah.
little mini dresser or something like that.
So at least you have your own space. You can just like close the door and just be like, leave me alone.
La 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 la.
Let me put my
I
headset
can't hear
on
you.
and leave me alone before I throw you out the airlock. Just stop.
Oh
Yeah.
man, see, and the other thing too is, and I'm usually okay around people, but when I get sick, I want people away. I want my own
Yeah.
restroom
Here,
because
here's
man,
the airlock. Here's the airlock area.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking though. Is there? It looks like too the very first one. I don't know if that's outside where they have the treadmills and all that. I don't know if that's outside or inside. But yeah, that's an exercise place too.
Yeah, maybe you got to go outside to exercise.
I'm just looking at the boots too. They have red sand.
Yeah.
I would be so done with red sand after a year. Sand is nasty, man. That stuff gets everywhere. That gets in your cracks.
Well,
And
it's probably more red dirt, and not necessarily red. It's probably more that clay stuff than.
okay, I would be.
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I just don't think it's like sandbox sand, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I could do, like I said, I could do this with 3 people I knew for sure.
Yeah.
But 3 randos, man, you'd be testing.
Makes you think. Definitely makes you think. And if you want to go to Mars, you better start becoming a doctor, a nurse, a scientist, or an engineer.
Structural engineer.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think? Is this something you could do? Don't forget to hit that like button. Leave a comment about is this something you could do with you and 3 randos, or would you have to hand pick the other 3?
Yeah. Like picking. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Have yourself a nice day.
All right,
We'll
much
talk
love
to you
all.
next time. See ya.